South Africa just witnessed the most painful part of Afrophobia. And then at the moment, most Africans are still trying to find their way to Europe. Social media told most Africans that if you can get to Morocco, the border will be free for you to get to Spain and then you can get to Europe. But then, reality set in, all of those things were lies. For years now, Africa has spoken about creating jobs, opportunities for their youths and their young ones. But then, we're not seeing all of that happening. And because of that, most young Africans are looking for any means to get to Europe, believing that when they get there, they will find greener pastures. Thousands of Moroccans were seen headed towards Ceuta, through water and through land. The most painful part is, some of them, that happened to be their last journey. Welcome to the Finance Podcast, where we bring you finance and economic updates of things that are happening in Africa and the world at large. Let's dive right in. Late in July 2026, thousands of Moroccans were seen at the border trying to find their way into Ceuta, through land, through water. Before they knew what was happening, this had become a migrant issue because the policemen were trying to, stop them from getting into Ceuta, and then they were all trying to run or dodge or go through the water. And then those ones who couldn't swim were unalived. But then, most of the Moroccans who were able to get to Ceuta were returned back to Morocco, meaning that if you want to go to any other country, go through the legal route. Don't try to take corners to avoid losing your life or being sent back to your country. This is not just a story about one border. This is something that Africans need to look into. Many of those that made those journeys, they were mostly young people, and they were frustrated by either unemployment, cost of living, and uncertainties about their future. The thing is, they did not get the correct information, because for you to cross the border into Ceuta, they're not going to give you a direct access into Europe. Recently, Africans were discussing about the attacks on fellow Africans in South Africa, and then they all agreed unanimously that they should go back home and try to grow together, fix Africa, to make Africa one of the best to be able to compete with the rest of the world. We can see what's happening. Other Africans are still looking for ways to leave their country, to go to other countries to, find greener pastures. This is not just a Moroccan issue. This is a continental issue, because if any African to see that opportunity, they will grab it with two hands. No one should be judged for simply looking for a better life. Every parent wants his or her child to progress. Every single graduate wants a good paying job that can afford his or her lifestyle conveniently. Morocco's Interior Ministry said in a statement on Sunday that 11 people had died, mostly by drowning, while trying to cross into Spanish territory. Nothing that it was fact-checking reports on death from the other side of the border. The ministry blamed the rush of migrants on social media misinformation, human trafficking networks, and misinterpretation of a Spanish ruling banning immediate returns of migrants intercepted at the sea. The statement is similar to the Spanish Foreign Ministry comment on the matter. This headline should not just disappear after a few days. The matter should be looked into critically. African governments has a responsibility. Create enough opportunities to make young people from Africa stay in their country. This Ceuta issue has just opened the eyes of every single person to see that if you must get to Europe, go through the correct route. Don't try to take corners. According to the Reuters newspapers, most of these people were young men searching for work and hoping to build a better life for themselves. There are no reports suggesting any of them reaching the main Europe. It's very difficult for people without the right documents to travel from Ceuta to mainland Europe. And Spain has lots of experience returning people who crossed without permission. Thrilling says, so the claim that this is some kind of invasion of Europe is entirely untrue.
Nothing. We're just here all through, sleep at night, just with this same dirty clothes. No change of clothes. No attention, no food, nothing.
Just hours after swimming from the Moroccan coast to Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta, Robert, a Nigerian migrant, tells us he's been cleaning up the beach area where hundreds spent the night. Other migrants here we spoke to said Spanish authorities have stepped up efforts to move people away from such beaches and overcrowded reception centers, with many being directed towards the Moroccan border. Spanish authorities say after around 50,000 people crossed into Ceuta, more than 48,000 returned to Morocco within 48 hours, some of them voluntarily. And while Spanish Interior Minister Fernando Grande Marlaska issued a statement saying that the situation in Ceuta has been almost entirely reversed, on the ground it is a ghost town with humanitarian concerns largely unaddressed. Many shops and restaurants in the area are still shuttered. While there have been no verified reports of looting, several owners told me they chose not to open out of fear.
Decidimos cerrar por el riesgo de que colapsaran y nos atracaran. Prácticamente eso es, que se lo llevaran todo y hicieran un destrozo tremendo.
The situation here in Ceuta is so bad. We don't have food. We don't have water. I'm so hungry and I'm so thirsty. And the store is closed all day. The store.
Whether you are a Moroccan or a Nigerian or Ghanaian, South African, Zimbabwean, this story belongs to all of us. You can see what's happening to them. That means that Ceuta's soldiers are very tight because they've been able to keep them at the beach. They've not gone into Ceuta. They have just been there. No food, no water, no accommodation, no change of clothes. They've just been there. At what point does Africa create better opportunities that will make young people prefer to stay in their country than to leave it? This is becoming a very serious issue. So this is me telling the government that please, they should invest in creating better opportunities and give better pay to our citizens. Do you think that these Moroccans are leaving because of their government, or is this something that's happening in Morocco that the other parts of the world don't know about? Do well to like, do well to share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Solid Finance Podcast, for more finance and economic updates like this. Until next time, bye for now.